Hi, this is Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com, right back here on WagerTalk TV. Christmas Eve. No, it's not Will Ferrell from Elf, but I am in Santa's workshop. I'm traveling, so I wanted to squeeze this video in real quick for you. There are 10 NFL games this Sunday, December the 24th on Christmas Eve, and I'm going to give you the most four public sides this Sunday. 3 afternoon games, including Ding Ding Ding, Public Dog, and also the Sunday night football game as well. Stay tuned. All that's coming up for you in just a moment. This Christmas Eve edition, Fade the Public, NFL Week 16. Quick reminder, if you're finding this useful, thumbs up, like, subscribe, and hit the bell for instant alerts. Holiday season, we get these videos up at different times. When you hit that bell, you'll be the first to know exactly when the videos are posted each and every week. Next week, New Year's Eve, we get a lot of NFL games, so another reason to hit subscribe and hit the bell. And don't forget, comment below. I read all the comments or reply back. Let me know what your holiday plans are. What's the best holiday gift you've ever gotten? What's the worst holiday gift you've ever gotten? I'd have to go with Transformers and G.I. Joe back in the 80s. Also, a Light Bright set was pretty nice in the late 70s. That probably dates many of you. Anyway, comment below. I read all the comments and I reply back. All right, let's get right to it. We have two very public sides on the early afternoon card Sunday, also a public dog. Let's start with by far the most public play this week, and not a surprise. It's once again fading the Carolina Panthers, and the public has done that basically every week this season. And they've done it for the most part with success, except for last week. And by the way, I've said that year after year, fading the public works best late in the season, especially in December. Well, the last 3 weeks, fading the public has gone 14-7. It went 5-2-1 last week. And the most public play last week was the Falcons against the Panthers. Well, the Panthers won outright, got their second win of the season. But the public is coming right back and fading them again with the Green Bay Packers, who are playing pretty solid football. At 6-8, though, they've now lost back-to-back games after that 3-game win streak. Carolina, as I mentioned, covered for only the third time this season. They won for only the second time. Public doesn't think it happens again. They're fading Carolina. By the way, Bryce Young last week in that lackluster 9-7 win over Atlanta did have a good game finally, a 93.6 rating. A lot of short passes, though, 75% completion, no touchdowns, only 167 yards. Carolina still has a lot of offensive problems. Jordan Love playing fantastic for the Packers. He's had a QB rating of 108 or better now in 4 of the last 5 games. And the public is looking for Green Bay to snap that 2-game losing streak. Hard to disagree. You know, the only time you want to back these really bad dogs are against other bad teams or against unfocused teams. And Green Bay off back-to-back losses should be pretty focused on Sunday afternoon. But once again, Packers the most public play in Week 16. All right, the other most public side, the other most public favorite, at least on the daytime card, also goes at 1 o'clock Eastern, and that is the Detroit Lions -3. Detroit at Minnesota, another road favorite. By the way, the Packers are currently -4, 4.5. Detroit, though, on that key number of -3 across the board. This line hasn't moved much this week, and the public is once again fading the Vikings. You know, I mentioned at the beginning of the season, Vikings were the most overrated team in the NFL last year at 13-4 straight up. They had a negative point differential. Really should have been an 8-9 team probably last year. They have come back down to earth. They've used 4 different quarterbacks this season. They've now lost 3 of their last 4 games straight up. Journeyman Nick Mullins will get the 3rd straight week at starting quarterback for the Vikings. He's been actually decent in the last 2 weeks, a 97 QB rating, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week against the Bengals, but he threw for 303 yards. So he hasn't been the problem. The Vikings just don't have a lot otherwise. Pure pass-based offense. Detroit Lions, meanwhile, have been one of the best point spread teams in the league for the past 2.5 years. They've alternated wins and losses in their last 4 games. The public sees this short price, and they're jumping on Detroit -3. That's the other most public favorite in Week 16. All right, also have a public dog on the daytime card. I'm going to get that to you in a moment, and also the Sunday night game coming up for you. So 2 additional games in just a moment. Quick reminder, if you want my official best bets this Sunday for Week 16, get them right now. I'm on a 65% NFL run the past 5 Sundays at WagerTalk.com. I've got 3 daytime plus a Sunday night play. So 4 strong NFL plays, including a 3-for-1 daytime special for just $29, or you can get everything for Sunday for $39, or save big with an instant 20% discount on any subscription when you use promo code TAKE20. You see it right there. Take 20 gets you an instant 20% off any subscription. It could be a 1 day, a 1 week, a 1 month, even a 1 year. It could be a single sport, all sports. You pick the one that works best for you, but make sure you do it this weekend because that special promo code expires after tomorrow. Take 20, an instant 20% discount. That's some smart holiday shopping right there. Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com. Get there quicker. Shortcut WT .buzz/SM. All right, let's look at the most public underdog. And, for those of you that are new to the video, public normally plays favorite. So when they're on an underdog, it's an extra red flag. We love to fade public dogs. And there's a big public dog this week, and that's the Indianapolis Colts. Kicks off also at 1 o'clock Eastern. Indianapolis currently about a 2.5-point dog at Atlanta. There are some threes floating around. But once again, when this game kicks off Sunday afternoon, Atlanta, or Indianapolis rather, is such a public play, I would expect there not to be many +3s. So I would grab the +3 if you like the Colts. Otherwise, I would wait and lay -2.5 or less with the Falcons when this game kicks off Sunday. As I mentioned at the top of the video, Atlanta was the most public play of the week last week as the public faded the Panthers, and Atlanta lost outright. So the public wants nothing to do with the Falcons this week after giving the Panthers only their second win of the season. And that's definitely the case here as the Colts are a pretty heavy public play here. And the Falcons have also now lost 5 of their last 7 straight up. But there is hope in Atlanta, or at least there's a chance of change. Desmond Ridder's been benched this week. Second-year quarterback, started the majority of the games this year. Taylor Heineke, another journeyman quarterback from Old Dominion, of course, took the Commanders, not my Washington Commanders, to the playoffs a couple years ago. Is a veteran quarterback, very mediocre results. But what's interesting is if you look at both Ridder and Heineke's numbers this year, both are almost identical. And if you look at their numbers also for their career, both are almost identical. In fact, they both have a QB rating in the low 80s this season. They both have a QB rating in the low 80s for their career. In fact, for the season, Heineke 6.7 yards, Ridder 7.1, and their ratings and everything else are pretty much identical as well. In fact, for his career now, Desmond Ridder has an 85.6 rating, averages 6.9 yards per pass. Taylor Heineke in his career, 6.9 yards per pass and 83.2. So we'll see if it sparks the team, but probably not a big adjustment one way or the other. Of course, the Colts have at quarterback my favorite player in the league. Who wears short shorts on Christmas Eve? Gardner Minshew will be wearing short shorts, and he's going to love it, and Atlanta's not even ready for it. Minshew's been very mediocre this year at quarterback. For the season now, Minshew has a QB rating of 91, which is a little bit above average, 7.0 yards per pass. So both teams pretty equal at quarterback. Falcons probably deserve to be a couple-point favorite, but once again, the public is fading them hard. Colts, by the way, have won 5 of their last 6 games straight up and against the spread. That's yet another reason why they're such a public play this week. As I mentioned, Falcons just 2-5 straight up ATS their last 7. So we do get some line value. This line would have been more than a field goal a couple weeks ago. Now it's -2.5 in most spots. That's why fading the public works, especially late in the season. Colts, the most public underdog in Week 16. All right, those are your 3 most public plays this Christmas Eve, December the 24th. All games kick off at 1 Eastern. Once again, the Packers, Lions, and Colts. One additional lean, a game that was just a bit outside, and that's the Sunday night game for you at 8:15 Eastern. The public is leaning towards the Denver Broncos minus the 7 points. This line, though, has gone up to 7.5 in many spots. So once again, if you like the Broncos, I would play it sooner than later. Lay the -7, -120, because this line has started to hit 7.5. And once again, the Broncos are getting some public sentiment. So when it kicks off late Sunday evening at 8:15 Eastern, I expect it to be even more of a public play by then. Once again, the Broncos, an additional public lean for you on Sunday Night Football. And it's hard to back the Patriots here. I don't always disagree with the public, and it's hard to back New England. They're 3-11 straight up, and they're one of the teams the odds makers and the betting public have just not caught on to yet how bad they've become the last couple of seasons. They're just 3-10 against the spread this year with a push. They've given up now 45 points their last 2 games defensively, and that's important to note because the 4 games before that, despite going 0-4, they'd given up just 46 total points, the fewest in the NFL, but now they've given up 45 in just back-to-back weeks total, and it does look like they're wearing down. The Chiefs-Patriots game got flexed out of Sunday night last week. This one did not. Patriots-Broncos at Sunday Night Football, and the public is leaning towards Denver -7. Looks like it'll probably be 7.5 by kickoff. All right, hope you found this quick hitter useful. Just 4 games on Sunday that qualify, but I wanted to get them to you here on Christmas Eve. Once again, safe holidays, happy holidays to everybody out there. Don't forget to comment below. Let me know your favorite or least favorite holiday gift over the years. Also, let me know, more importantly, who you like here on Sunday, week number 16 of the NFL. 3 Monday Night Football games on Christmas Day and evening, by the way, Monday the 25th. None of them qualified as public plays, but let me know what you're looking at there as well. Comment below. Also, subscribe. Hit the bell for instant alerts so you know when next week's edition is up near New Year's Eve. And don't forget, thumbs up, like goes a long way keeping this great content free here on WagerTalk TV. And finally, if you want my official best bets for Sunday, I love this NFL card on Sunday. I have 4 strong plays, including a 3-for-1 daytime special. Also, bonus free plays posted daily on my page. Check out the daily free plays as well on my page. If you want to get the daily package, the 3-for-1 special is $29. You can get everything for $39, or you can save an instant 20%. Save it on the 1 day, a 1 week, a 1 month, or a 1 year. Any sport, all sports, whatever you want. All subscriptions get an instant 20% discount this weekend only with promo code TAKE20, TAKE20, TAKE20 on any subscription, 20% off instantly on my page right now, Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com. And don't forget, we're talking NFL. By the way, NFL side's number one the last 4.5 months at WagerTalk going back to mid-August. But NBA is number one all year long since January 1st, up over 139 units in the NBA. I point that out because basketball season is here. That's why you really should consider an all sports, all access subscription. Get an instant 20% this weekend only with promo code TAKE20, Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com. Get there quicker with shortcut WT.buzz/SM. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter as well, at Steve Merril, 2 R's, 1 L, at Steve Merril on Twitter. Also post free plays throughout the week on Instagram, on IG. And don't forget to check out all the other great videos right here on Wager Talk TV. In the meantime, Merry Christmas Eve, Happy Holidays, and I'll talk to you again soon right here on Wager Talk TV.